Who's ready to get it started? We ride at dawn.
So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. Girl, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak
let's go. Hit that thumbs up, my people. Let's ride.
Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Hell is here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Touch those pearls, let's take the
Thank you,
ride.
Eric.
Come in here and spread the cheer.
Thanks so much,
Members
Renee.
make the truth so clear.
Surgery went okay. Stitches out in 2 weeks. They're sending the rest of the lab results in 7 to 10 days. Thank you so much, Justin, for the prayers.
We all take part.
Praise the
We're
Lord.
standing strong.
Praise the Lord.
Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
That's right.
We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will
Oh,
hold the
praise
fort.
God, baby kisses. That's amazing. Amazing. Thank God. Hello, sweet. Hello.
A
all.
grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Let's show we care. Come on now. Be careful, SI officer.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Oh, Mr. Edgar ain't what he used to be, ain't what he used to be, ain't what he used to be. Oh, yeah, Cruella. Well, hello, everyone. So good to see you. Really do appreciate your time. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options. Anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is April 11th, 2025. It is currently 7:01 p.m. on the East Coast of the Coast. Hello. So good to see you all. Really do appreciate you all for joining me. We have a lot to talk about, and we have 2 lives planned. We got this one and then another one coming up after this. Thank you guys. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Was a little late for the intro, but made it on time. That's okay, Carol. You're right on time. Good to see you. All right, guys. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, would greatly appreciate that. Hit that one good time. As it really does help the channel. Really does help the channel. Panda Bear, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for keeping posted on that, by the way. Surgery went okay. Stitches out in 2 weeks. They're sending the rest to the lab. Results in 7 to 10 days. Thank you so much for the prayers. Thank you, Miss Panda. And thank you so much for your support, my dear. Good to see you. Baby, a kisses. How you doing, darling? Thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace, my dear. You are an OG, baby kisses. I adore you. Thank you so much for your support. And if you received that, give our baby kisses a big, big thank you. Thank you, my dear. Hope, how you doing, baby? Thank you so much. Good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much for renewing your membership. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Really, really do appreciate that. All right. So, one of the things that when it this was said in the Summer Wells case. It's certainly said in the Sebastian Rogers case. If anyone was uh, involved with the disappearance, they would have been arrested by now. They would have been arrested by now. Nope. Nope. It's not the way it works. Sometimes, many times, and I wish that was the case and all, all the time, but it's not. It's not. And sometimes we have to wait. Just like in the case that we're going to compare, very similar to the Sebastian Rogers case, that thankfully, after 2 years today, they made an arrest. Made an arrest. Anything on Brandy? Brandy is in the hospital, and she's been really, really, really sick. Please keep her in your prayers. So I had a producer reach out to me the last couple days to see if Brandy could go on a show. And I've been trying to get them in touch, but she's been so, guys, she is really, I mean, really, when she sent me a video, and I started crying. It's really, I can't, it's, to see her like that, it's really hard, because Brandy has been non-stop for nearly 4 years. She wants her son home. That's all she wants. I cannot imagine you being at work, your husband, ordering pizza, changing a diaper, all that, and it's a hot day in July in Idaho. It's over 100 degrees there. And Michael just wanted to play with some friends. He snuck out, went to a couple neighbors' houses, and there was evil people in the same neighborhood, virtually, waiting for a kid to be alone. He left perfectly fine. And this is the thing. She is not going to get her son the same way that he left. That's just not the way he's coming back. And it's, if this can happen in a little town in Idaho, it can happen absolutely anywhere. And their family's never been the same. Brandy's never been the same. You couldn't be the same after something like that. Michael Vaughn is one of the very rare cases of stranger abduction. Do they happen? Yes, they do. But they are much more rare. Much more rare. So thank you so much for asking about her. I've been telling her, we've all been keeping her in our prayers and all that. So Gemini lady, thank you so much, my dear. Nice. That's amazing. Thank you so much, hon. Really do appreciate you. You are amazing. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Can't do it without you. And thank you, Kim. Thank you for all you do, Justin. Hugs to Remy, Sebastian, Sam. Thank you so much, Kim. I really do appreciate your support, my friend. Hope you are well. So good to see you. It's really cold here today. I mean, it's not really cold, but it's cold to be, middle of April. I'm not really enjoying that. And thank you for dropping that link. If you want to, and let me tell you something. Brandy and her husband, Tyler, Michael's dad, they've not asked for anything in 4 years. But this is something that really helps. It's what it's called a meal train, and you can send them food, right? So if you want to help out in that, it's a great way to help out, and it's much appreciated. What was that? I don't know. Let's see there. What was that? Is just coming in. Ran errands. My father. Any news on Michael yet? Just hang. There's going to be news on Michael. I'm sure very soon. That's it. That's it, Mohawk. That's all they've ever asked. And there have been people out there that have still shredded Brandy and Tyler, even after people coming out, or not people, authorities coming out and saying, yes, Heather, I can certainly, that there is 4 suspects. Michael was in the yard after what's his face, whatever his name is, admitted several different times that Stacy Wandra, yeah, exactly, baby kisses. That's exactly what he is. And I mean, there were people that was, and still are, frankly, really terrible to Brandy and Tyler. I don't know. And they did everything that they could do. Everything that they could do. So, yeah. All right. Moving right along here. Sometimes it takes time. Whenever people say, well, they would have been arrested by now. Don and Candace Wells would have been arrested by now, right? One of the parents in Sebastian's case would have been arrested by now. That is not always the case. Case and point. Oh, let me show you this before I get started. Hold on. All right, so Dirty Diana sent me this a minute ago. She said, I saw this and I had to take a picture of it. Make you chuckle. Cruella. Little Cruella. Little Cruella. Hello, hello, everyone coming in. So good to see y'all. Thank you so much. There's old Cruella. At least on the license plate. Sometimes you just need a good laugh, don't we? All right, moving right along here. So, June 3rd, 2023, a 12-year-old girl was reported missing. And let me show you a picture of her beautiful, beautiful face. Unfortunately, she is no longer with us. Taken way, way too soon. This is 13 or 12 rather. 12-year-old Lorie Paige. Missing since June of 2023. June 2nd or 3rd, I can't remember. And what happened, let me just give you a little backstory, because we've heard this before, very similar to this. Lorie Paige, 12-year-old girl from Tallahassee, Florida, was tragically found deceased today, nearly 2 years after her disappearance. Her father, 36-year-old Andrew Wiley, might pronounce Wiley, rather, has been arrested and charged with second-degree murder in connection with her death. Listen to this. Lorie, 12, was reported missing on June 3rd, 2023 by her father, who claimed she left home overnight. Now, Lorie took a backpack, the father says. He says he was at work. Despite extensive searches and investigations, her remains were not discovered until April 5th, 6 days ago. The father was arrested today. Her remains were discovered on April 5th, 2025 at the Mary Lynn Plantation in Thomas County, Georgia. Authorities noted inconsistencies in Wiley's original account leading to his arrest. The Tallahassee Police Department and the FBI have been actively involved in the search, offering a reward for information leading to Lorie's recovery. Her disappearance and the subsequent discovery of her remains have deeply affected the community, highlighting the importance of vigilance and a thorough investigation in missing child's cases. Let that sink in, right? Father said he was at work, and while he was at work, Lorie just packed a bag and poof. However, just the same in Sebastian's case, there was nothing, zero, zilch, nada, linking Lorie to leaving her house on her own accord No phone. She did take a backpack, but her phone was never turned on. No surveillance of any sort. No one saw her walking along the road or anything in the neighborhood. And the father, very similar, had many different accounts of what happened. Now, very similar to Sebastian's case, the FBI came out and said, we're going to offer a reward. So the FBI got involved. And they offered I think a $15,000 reward. Sandwich, yes, at night. Yes, he says his daughter walked out the door with a backpack. Now, that's more than we have with Sebastian, right? Sebastian is said to have not taken his shoes, not taken a backpack, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So he claims, yeah. And when the FBI gets involved, you can bet it's criminal. You can bet it's criminal. Right? I'll give you a little bit of her father, Andrew Wiley. He initially reported her missing on June 3rd, 2023, claiming she left their Tallahassee home overnight with a backpack while he says he was at work. However, over the course of 22-month investigation, inconsistencies in his account emerged. In February 2024, authorities seized the father's phone and discovered internet searches related to remote bodies of water in Alabama and Georgia. This led investigators to focus on a remote area in Thomas County, Georgia, where after a prescribed burn cleared heavy brush, Lorie's remains were found on April 5th, 2025. Lorie's father, Wiley, has since been arrested and charged with second-degree unaliving. All right. Now, in my opinion, when I see this, law enforcement, FBI, they work in steps, right? They'll have you come in and then you might not hear from them for 3 months, 6 months, or whatever. And then they're going to call you in again, ask you questions, right? It's what they're going to do. Because they're going to get more information. And once they get that information, they're going to present you with some of this information and show you and say, oh, well, you said you was at work. Why does this show this? Right? Or in Lori's dad's case, why does it say you was in Georgia? Why does your searches say this? Right? And once they get you there and present you with things that they've gotten, that's when a lot of people clam up, right? That's when a lot of people really clam up. They're like, oh shit, I thought this was going good. But that's just the way it goes. And so over the last 22 months, they have been building a case. And in Sebastian's, I believe, in my opinion, they are absolutely doing the exact same thing, in my opinion. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kim. Again, Justin, my youngest baby, turned 18 today. Can you sing her happy birthday? Of course, Witchy. Guys, make sure. Make sure. You want me to? You want her first name, or do you want me to just say Witchy Mama Daughter or something? I can say that. Just let me know what you want me to say. Mods, make sure you please remind me at the end of this to sing Maria. Oh, I'm late. Happy Friday, TGIF. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. How you doing, sister? Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Maria. I love you to pieces. You are amazing. And thank you for your support always. Thank you for being a member as well. Widow Bailey, 3 months. Sumner County, please take notes. I think they are. I really think they are. I have a lot of confidence in Sumner County. I wish you guys that weren't there at the vigil, I wish you could have been there. I wish everyone could have been there. I have so much more faith now. I really do. So we're going to hold them to it, though. We're going to hold them to it. You're right. Thank you so much, Widow. And thank you so much, Ma. Good to see you, babe. Hold on. Thank you so much, my dear, for renewing your membership. It's so good to see you as always. Really do appreciate you, Mod. Hope you are well. Thank you, Miss Sharon. TikTok Evil. God always wins. Blessings, everyone. Thank you so much, Miss Sharon. Really do appreciate you, my dear. And thank you so much for being a member as well. Really do appreciate your support. How much of LE's investigation are the feet via their lawyers privy to? Well, we're not going to know that. We're not going to know that. But there are things that we do know, right? There are things that we do know. We do know that this is a criminal investigation. This is a criminal investigation. We know that Sebastian has never eloped before, even though now Edgar is on tour de YouTube making his rounds saying, oh, yeah, he was found under a car. The neighbor said, all of that stuff. Now, Lorie's dad remained silent most of the time. Lorie's mother, Miranda Paige, has spoken out about this case. She has expressed concern regarding the investigation and has shared her perspective on social media platforms. For instance, there are videos on TikTok where she discusses Lorie's disappearance and her efforts to seek justice. All right. June 3rd, 2023, that's when she's reported missing, and that's when Andrew Wiley says his daughter left during the night. Summer 2023 and early 2024 through early 2024, investigators pursue hundreds of leads across multiple states. Inconsistencies in Wiley's account begin to emerge, prompting increased scrutiny. February 2nd, 2024, authorities seize a phone from Wiley's residence. Forensic analysis reveal internet search about remote areas with bodies of water in Alabama and Georgia. So, June 2023. So it was almost a year, and they went back in and collected a phone that apparently he did not give. Yes. Yes. Nobody. That is one thing. If you are a parent, a caregiver, a foster parent, um, anything, nobody is quiet when their kid is missing or their kid needs help. That is not a normal thing. Not a normal thing. Not a normal thing at all. And so that's the way it is. Now, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement processed the remains and positively identified them as Lorie Paige. Andrew Wiley is arrested and charged with second-degree murder today. Let me show you where she was last seen. Can I show you? Y'all want to see where she was last seen? I will show you right here at 1200 Continental Avenue. Said she walked out. Well, let's see if we can get it. I think it's this one. It's one of these two. It's one of these two. Let's see what's 12. It's 1246, 1242. Somewhere in here. I can't remember. One of these two. But anyway, nothing. Again, a cul-de-sac, right? A cul-de-sac. Remember, this girl was younger than Sebastian. Younger than Sebastian. Yeah, there's apartment buildings there. On a cul-de-sac, i.e. dead-end road. When do these kids just walk out like this? Do they walk out sometimes? Yeah. But they're usually known to do those type of things, right? Let me show you some video. And I need to show you guys another. There's a new someone else missing here that I need to show y'all. Just breaking, by the way. It's a pattern. Absolutely. We all have patterns of behavior. All of us. right? All of us. Big Ben Crime Stoppers let you know. Where the fuck is it? Hold on. Sorry guys. Lorie, Paige. What's it called? Press conference. Got too many things going on here. Okay, 3 hours ago. There is Gail here. Maybe I'll find it on Facebook. I thought it was right there though. Lorie Paige. Press conference. They did a press conference earlier today. Maybe. Let me play this while we're waiting because it's not giving me a little bit of a trouble here. Here we go.
It's been 5 days, and one of the girls said,
look, they're little plants. 1 second. Is anyone planting a garden this year? I need to plant. I'm so behind.
Nothing in the other.
Funny. All right, here we go. Let's unmute it. Watch
Breaking
this.
news in Tallahassee, a bombshell announcement this afternoon, an arrest in the disappearance and murder of missing 12-year-old Lorie Paige.
Trusted, local, WCTV Eyewitness News starts now.
Eyewitness News.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Julie Montanaro. Tallahassee's police chief announcing within the last hour that they found Lorie Paige's remains last week and arrested her father for her murder. The announcement comes nearly 2 years after Lorie Paige was last seen. For months, one of her middle school teachers continuing to sound the alarm bells that something wasn't right, and that has turned out to be terribly true. Our Matt Hoffman is live at TPD. Alarm bells that something. Paige was last seen. For months, one of her middle school teachers continuing to sound the alarm bells that something wasn't right.
Oh. Yes, there's that. Did you hear that? Her middle school teachers sounding the alarm. Something's not right. Very sad. Chris uses incident that might have or not happened. Sebastian was much younger. Story doesn't jive. Teacher sounding the alarm. Yeah. This poor kid. Oh, these poor kids. All of it just terrible.
And that has turned out to be terribly true. Our Matt Hoffman is live at TPD headquarters right now with more on this afternoon's shocking announcement. Matt.
Yeah, Julie. So just to recap, the Tallahassee police chief announcing the arrest of Lorie Paige's father, Andrew Wiley, just within the last hour or so. Wiley now faces a second-degree murder charge, which will move through court. Paige's case made changes here inside TPD headquarters, where officers since dropped the use of the term runaway in missing person flyers.
Yes, I'm going to show you her missing person flyer. Remember, the FBI offered a $15,000 reward in her case. Sebastian's, they are offering $50,000 reward. After some time, they started using different verbiage. Why different last name? I don't know. Sometimes, you know, dads aren't on the birth certificate.
Wiley's arrest came together quickly after police searched a rural area of Thomas County, Georgia, called the Plantation again. Within just 4 days of that secondary search, Paige's remains were confirmed by the crime lab.
I told you 2 years ago we would never give up. I told you 2 years ago we would find Lorie and we would bring her home. I told you 2 years ago that we would find who did this and we would arrest them and bring them to justice. And today I stand before you to tell you we have done just that.
They never named anyone as a person of interest in the 2 years. How far home do we know? How far from home? Far. I think it was pretty far. I'll check in just a second, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty far.
His arrest was announced at a hastily scheduled press conference this afternoon. We will keep you updated, of course, as the case works its way through the court process. For now, outside TPD headquarters, I'm Matt Hoffman, WCTV Eyewitness News.
Thank you so much, Matt. And we are still working to learn more about when and where her father was arrested. We'll share those details when we can. We do want to give you a brief timeline of the events from the moment Lorie went missing to today's major announcement about her remains being found. On June 3rd, 2023, Lorie's father, Andrew Wiley, reported her missing. At the time, he claims she left home with her backpack sometime overnight while he was at work. From that summer through early last year, detectives worked hundreds of leads.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Oh, it was less than an hour. Okay. Gotcha, Smiley. Oh, they're right. That's right. They're in northern Florida. That's where they are. Yes, you're right.
Across state lines. But Lorie was never found, and authorities say Wiley's story started to show inconsistencies.
But an hour away is far for someone to, carry someone's remains around an hour in a car. That's a very risky thing to do.
In February of 2024, officials seized a phone from Wiley's house, and questionable internet searches surfaced about remote areas with bodies of water in Alabama and Georgia. Detectives started shifting their focus toward Lorie's father in March of 2024. Early last year, they searched a remote brush-covered area of Thomas County multiple times, but found no results. Last Saturday, however...
Now, do y'all remember after the major search of Sebastian, they come back a little bit later, and the weather was a little bit nicer, and they said that they were searching again for Sebastian. But this is what was very interesting. They said publicly that they weren't expecting to find anything in Sebastian's case. They said that publicly, that they weren't expecting to find him in that area. About mid-April, yeah. About this time last year. So I always found that interesting, and nobody really talks about that. That they said, we are not expecting to find him. Hey, Lakeside. Hey, Kathy, Tam, Becky, 1-800. Lorie's mom was a dead gum nutty buddy. Yeah. 6 weeks after Detective Golden. Yep. Hey, Ashley.
However, after a prescribed burn cleared heavy brush in that same area, detectives went back for another search, and they did find human remains. Those remains have now been identified as those of Lorie Paige. We've covered many efforts to find Lorie over the past 2 years, including a search at San Luis Park in February 2024, near where she was last seen. Officers searched wooded areas there, and as you can see...
I always like to cover these because it gives this case exposure, but we can also compare that to what we've been working with in Sebastian's case. Sure can, Castle. Yep. Absolutely.
They sent the dive team into Lake Esther, but they did not find any sign of the missing 12-year-old at that time. Billboards went up in February 2024, about the same time as the FBI announced a $15,000 reward for information about Lorie's disappearance and whereabouts. This billboard was in Tallahassee. Others went up across Florida, Georgia, and Tennessee. We're going to have much more on this breaking story throughout the evening, and you can read more right now on our website and our free news app as well.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you this little press, and then I'll show you that. Let me find that one, Sebastian. She's great, Jason. Thank you for asking. All right. Here we go. Oh, let me show you the picture of Lorie's killer right here. This is Andrew Wiley. Right there. Before the discovery of Paige's remains, the middle schooler had been last seen in the Continental Court neighborhood in Tallahassee in June 2023. Her father claimed that, quote, she left home with her backpack sometime overnight while he was at work. I think he's full of shit. Let's find this.
Local WCTV eyewitness.
One of our middle school teachers continuing to sound the alarm bells that something wasn't right, and that has turned out to be terribly true.
Okay, we saw that one. Okay, here we go.
So, first and foremost, thank you for being here. Today is
Let me turn this music
not a
down.
happy day. Today's a sad day in the sense that we did recover the remains of missing 12-year-old Lorie Paige.
I got better audio here. Let me show you this audio. It's better. Much, 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 much better.
Thank you for being here. Today is not a happy day. Today's a sad day in the sense that we did recover the remains of missing 12-year-old Lorie Paige. I told you 2 years ago we would never give up. I told you 2 years ago we would find Lorie and we would bring her home. I told you 2 years ago that we would find who did this and we would arrest them and bring them to justice. And today I stand before you to tell you we have done just that. So we have recovered Lorie's remains and we have arrested the person responsible for this crime. So today with me is this group of amazing people that have been working with us nonstop on this investigation. It could not have come to the conclusion that it came to without this type of collaboration. So I'm going to take just a minute to thank each of them. State Attorney Jack Campbell couldn't be here with us today, but certainly they have played and will continue to play an incredibly valuable role in it. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement, again, just an essential partner. Assistant Commissioner Pollard, thank you, sir, for everything that you guys do. Zach Wilmer and ASAC Willis, thank you guys. Again, just amazing. Jennifer Camp is the lab supervisor who, again, the evidence that we found, they turned it around in 4 days. And again, that just doesn't typically happen, but that's the kind of collaboration that everybody put into this case. Nobody gave up on this case, and thank you. And that's what we're here to say. Pastor Ferguson has been, with us from the beginning, cheering this on, keeping it in the community, keeping it out there. We have Michelle McLaughlin, and tell me... Kairos. Who actually were the team that found the remains. After multiple, we did several searches over several different locations, and again, just a magnificent team in that. Thomas County Sheriff Tim Watkins was instrumental in our ability to go into Georgia to do the things that we were able to do up there. The support of his agency for our agency while we were up there was just incredible. So thank you, sir, for that. That was amazing. And I can't leave out TPD's lead investigator, Jerry Magna. So just a tremendous job. So with that being said, I'm going to read a statement, and you guys will get a copy of that. So after a comprehensive and exhaustive 22-month investigation into the disappearance of 12-year-old Lorie Paige, the Tallahassee Police Department has arrested her father, 36-year-old Andrew Wiley, on the charges of second-degree murder. Since Lorie's disappearance in June of 2023, detectives have pursued hundreds of leads, conducted interviews across multiple states, examined digital evidence, and searched extensively across North Florida and South Georgia. The case evolved significantly over time, with key developments ultimately leading to Wiley's arrest. The following provides an overview of the timeline of events that we followed. June 3rd, 2023. Lorie Paige is reporting missing by her father, Andrew Wiley, and at that time, he claimed she left home with her backpack sometime in the night while he was at work. Summer of 2023 to early 2024, detectives pursued hundreds of leads across state lines. Lorie is never located, and the story provided by Wiley begins to show inconsistencies. February 2nd, 2024, a phone is seized from Wiley's residence. A forensic analysis uncovers questionable internet searches, including queries about remote areas with bodies of water in Alabama and Georgia. March 2024, as more consistencies in Wiley's statements are identified and new information about his relationship with Lorie emerges, detectives shift their focus more heavily towards Wiley. Early 2024, based on digital evidence, detectives begin searching a remote, brush-covered area of Thomas County, Georgia, known locally as a plantation. Multiple searches are conducted but yield no results. April 5th, 2025, following a prescribed burn that cleared heavy brush in the area, detectives returned to the plantation for another search. This time, they located human remains. The remains are processed by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, again, like I said, in 4 days, and positively identified as those of Lorie Paige. This case has deeply impacted our community for nearly 2 years. Lorie deserves a safe home and a full life. While today's arrest will never bring her back, it does bring us one step closer to justice. This arrest is a testament to TPD's unwavering commitment to solving violent crimes and bringing justice to victims and their loved ones. Anyone with any further information in this case is urged to contact TPD at 850-891-4200. To remain anonymous, you can call Crime Solvers at 850-574-TIPS. Again, we extend our sincere gratitude to the many officers, community members, and partner agencies who supported this case. Your efforts helped ensure that Lorie Paige's story will never be forgotten. Lastly, just let me touch on some of the other agencies that were also involved. The Tallahassee Fire Department, the Leon County Sheriff's Office, Leon County Schools Safety and Security Office, excuse me, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the Nashville, Tennessee Police Department, Tampa Police Department, Pasco County Sheriff's Office, Clay County Sheriff's Office, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Merrily Plantation in Georgia, and TriStar Canine Search and Recovery. Again, just some of the few. North Florida Search Team is who you guys are with, so I should mention them specifically as well. Again, I cannot thank you all enough for the collaboration on this case and bringing this to a closure. At this time, we are not going to take questions. I will tell you that we will be available as the investigation continues. We will make ourselves available in the coming days to address some of those things, but at this time, we will not take questions. So thank you very much for being here.
All right.
Nice to meet you. I'll be calling aggravating.
Okay. So there we have that. And there's a lot that is similar with the two. There are with leaving out at night. I wanted to show you the FBI folder on Lorie because it took 2 years. They were very quiet through the whole 2 years, and finally they found her. I don't either, Michelle. I don't either. This was from FBI.gov. 12-year-old reward up to $15,000. Now, remember, in Sebastian's case, they are offering up to $50,000. You can bet your self that if FBI is offering a reward for a missing child, you can bet it's criminal. You can bet it's criminal. They are in the business of crime. The truth will always find a way to light. It's not always as fast as we want. Very true. Very true. Kids don't just disappear. Again, Lorie's middle school teachers were certainly concerned for her. They had raised concern. I believe there had been CPS in the home as well. After they had reached out, she went missing. Again, here, same, very, very similar again. I'm trying to find this article. On when they did the second search, someone asked me to do that. Where they said that they are not expecting to find really anything. In here. A dog can hit on a number of sins. Nick Barris. I can't remember if it was News Channel 5. I've got it pulled here somewhere, but okay. We'll get to that in just a little bit, I guess. So Edgar was live again last night. What do y'all think, in your opinion? Why do you think he is out speaking nightly almost now? Her dad moved just like crazy. Edgar and KK. Yep. Yes. They go where they're comfortable, right? Does anyone find it weird that the pink bassinet is no longer behind Justin? LOL. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. I've been working in her room the last 2 days, so we'll have it ready. To take control of the narrative with the new interview coming out. Thank you so much, Raymond. Good to see you. Really do appreciate you. Nothing to do with the first degree, in my opinion. It just depends. You know, second degree and first degree. I mean, you always want. It depends on the statute. In Florida. So, they can still get pretty much life. Justin, also the upcoming court date with Betty. When's the upcoming court date with Betty? I don't think they're going to have that one coming up. Did you say Edgar may have been triggered by something? I think he was, Catherine. Is feeling off the hook. He's wrong, but let him think that the feds aren't watching every single thing he runs his mouth. There's nothing let's just say this. If someone is confident, are they really confident? Because in my opinion, you would answer what you did Sunday evening. Right? Wouldn't you answer that? He wants to know what Seth knows. I would, people who have, again, like I've always said, we know where Seth was. We know where. Oh, I gotta show y'all something. We know where KK was. We know where Sebastian was. Let me show you this, guys. Where is this? All right. Lauren from Facebook posted this. Just going to share this with you. I've not been able to verify this, but I do want to share with you. And she says, interesting. Again, consider everyone innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law by a jury or a judge. But this says right here, interesting, Lauren from Facebook writes. She took out the top here. Tell me why Katie was crying to her friend saying she was afraid that CP was going to divorce her and she was scared that he was going to be arrested soon. Maybe that friend needs to be questioned. And this was from the 9th. Someone sent this to me. It's like, damn. That's interesting. I think he knows law enforcement is watching. YouTube creators. Maybe I can help. I can tell you 100% law enforcement watches us. Yes, where is that friend? Do y'all remember Smiley talked about this, I think, as well. I don't know if she's still in here, but do y'all remember this said person KK was installing like a security system before Sebastian allegedly went missing, and allegedly she was talking about, I can't remember, but it was something to the effect of problems in their relationship. She talked about her getting a divorce, allegedly. Yeah. Yeah. There has been, from Edgar's alibi, even, that from his side, from people that know Edgar privately, I mean, obviously that guy, Jeff, said it. People has privately came to me and told me that they were really, really on the rocks. I wonder if, because Edgar now is saying the second. Will you please reread that post? Sure. Lauren from Facebook, she says interesting, and she scratched this out. Tell me why Katie was crying to her friend, saying she was afraid that CP was going to divorce her, and she was scared that he was going to be arrested soon. Maybe that friend needs to be questioned. Now, again, I have not been able to verify this at all. This is just what she posted. It's, I guess, another post. Wasn't it the fifth? Wasn't it the fifth before? Yes. Now he's saying the second. But I did contact someone yesterday, and by the way, someone sent me a clip that said that staff members never reached out to me. 1,000% they reached out to me. I'm not going to tell you who they are. I'm not going to do that. But not only did they reach out to me, I have their phone numbers, and I text them yesterday. They said, well, we debunked that. No, okay. Let's then how the hell would I know that all three of them were there at a parent teacher conference? Come on now. I know Ginger, but people are like, I'm not going to out my source, obviously, but was the post referring to the friend having KP install security systems or KP's friend that was visiting? Okay, so there's kind of two of them. This one right here is just someone allegedly saying that they're saying that KK was allegedly recently crying, saying to a friend that Edgar might divorce her and that she's scared that he could get arrested soon, and maybe that friend needs to be questioned. Now, I don't know about this, but I do know that there was a person who came forward before Sebastian went missing. Well, this happened before Sebastian went missing, but after Sebastian went missing, they came forward and KK was at this house doing a service call, allegedly, and was talking about. Justin asked Smiley about February 5th. Okay. Was just kind of, I guess, she was kind of emotional a little bit in the minute while she was at work, and was saying that um her and her husband's, on a bad foot, pardon the pun, and it's not going really good between them. What service this time, KK? Hello, pandies. Good to see you, my dear. Why are they? Okay, I read that one. Thank you so much, my dear. So yeah, he claimed when Sebastian would get in trouble, he would run and hug him and tell him he loved him. Right. Right. I tell you what, that thing last night, guys, oh my God. Listening to that last night, whenever he took Sebastian's phone away, remember, he said that Sebastian was on the phone like 24/7, right? And then he took it away. And then after a while, KK went to him and Seth went to him and said, "Hey, can Sebastian get his phone back?" And Edgar's like, "You guys don't ask me. Have Sebastian come ask me." I would have, oh, Lord have mercy. No. Where was this, Justin? Where was what? Which, about what I was just talking about? KK more worried about her husband. That's, yep. Exactly, Ginger. Exactly. I mean, both the parents here, both the parents are saying, let's give his phone back. And you are a step parent. Step parent. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. I fell asleep at the beginning of your live last night. Oh, seashell. I pay my kids' phones, bills, and I dare anyone to. Exactly. I don't ever take it. Yeah, exactly. You don't mess. And thank you, Pandies, for that compliment. It's very kind of you. Uh-oh. Can y'all see me? Okay. I think you can. It's giving a little bit of hard time here. So let's go over. I want to show you this. Where was Edgar last night? Edgar Amos was on the Bees channel. Thank you so much, Detective Golden. Did Seth speak up and tell him to give the phone back? I don't think neither one of them did, to be honest with you. Lady, it wasn't the 10th. I don't think it was the 10th. The person that I spoke with last night, they hold on. They think that it was between crap. The 5th and the 9th. But they did acknowledge that it could be the 2nd. They were one of them was traveling yesterday, and they said when they get back, they're going to see if they can find the exact date that it was. Stay up with your channel. Yeah, I was up late last night. Locked out of the phone access, so Sebastian was carrying around a useless phone. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the household, right? It's like everything is one thing. It's extreme in either end. Edgar's like, "Oh, well, if you do this, if you're on the phone too much, then I'm going to take it completely away and you can have a calculator and that's it." That's it. It's crazy. Like, why do you take the whole thing away to then not have no internet? Like I said last night, he's a 15-year-old boy who apparently was on the internet and they took it away. And then can you imagine being 15 years old and you have your phone and all the other kids, right? Like, while they're waiting for the bus or whatever, and they're allowed to be on their phones or whatever. Like Sebastian's like, I got a calculator, right? Putting stipulations on something is one thing, but totally taking it away. And then not only that, he's got the diapers on too. He's growing into a man. Oh my God. Ginger, thank you, babies. I would like for Marilyn, aka Justin, to sing to me today. Please and thank you. Good old 47 today. Happy birthday, Ginger. Holly, are you saying my singing is mental abuse? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying my singing is mental abuse? Because if so, you are absolutely right. God. Oh, Lord. No, happy birthday, Ginger. Really do appreciate you. 47. You are so hot for 47, girl. I'm telling you, you're a hottie. You don't look a day over 22. Yes. Give it up for our dear Ginger's birthday. Whose else's birthday is it? You're a liar, but I love it. Listen. If you could, okay, tell me this, guys. A little off the subject, but we're having a little fun. So, if you could be any age, what age would you be? I'll start. Right there. I would be 25. Ginger said she would be 25. 24, 34, 30, 40, 23, 30, 35, 27, 25, 23, 30, 45, 30, 17, 22, 33, 28, 59, 30, 16, 49, 30, 28, 30, 24. Ginger. 25, 19, 28. I was going to choose 28. 25, 30, 35. 30s are the best. You think so? 60. I'll be 43 on Sunday. Oh my God, Amanda Wilson, happy birthday to you. 25, 30, probably 25. There's a lot of 25s. A lot of 25s. Thank you so much, Joe. How are you, darling? Any age other than 58. I'm getting old. The thing with age, and let me tell you that aging, I'm so grateful for it. And I'm also terrified of aging. So, like, we should be grateful for we need to be grateful for every year we have. But I think also aging, it just goes by so quick. You know what I mean? And like, I am going to be 40. And I feel like I just started. I really do. I don't even feel like I'm fucking 40. The older I am, the fast. Yes. It goes faster every freaking year. Oh, Maud, absolutely I am, honey baby. 40s are brilliant, Justin. They say the 40s are amazing I think the women really rock the 40s good. I think the women say like their best years are in their 40s. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm like, oh my God, time's running out. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm going into that next chapter of life. You hate the 40s, Ginger? My best was my 40s, Rhonda says. A lot of people say but you know something? I think sometimes when we're in it, we may not think of it as that good, but then we look back and we're like, that was really good. That was really good. You know what I mean? Hated 40s and 50s worse, Carol? Baba Rose, no, you're not. I went to bed 40 and woke up 59. This is I'll be 44 next month. I'm actually not minding my 40s, having a blast, actually. I'll be 70 in a few months. Always heard 50s was great. Heard a lot. Yeah. Carol, keep moving. That's the main thing. You gotta keep moving. You'd be 17 again? Life is all a ball of yarn. Takes forever to unroll the outside. Older you get, the faster it unrolls. And that is so true. It takes forever to become 18, right? And then it seems like it takes forever to get from 18 to 21. And then it's just craziness. Yep. About every 7 years. Yep. It does. Yep. I started really aging in my early 30s, I think. You wake up and you have a mortgage. Yeah. Right. You wake up and you have a mortgage. Yes. Yeah. That's the beauty, Tam, of aging. The things that you would stress about years ago, now you're like, you laugh at it. You laugh at the things that you would used to like would, you know, break you in your 20s or whatever. Yep. Yep. I'll tell you another good song that I like that's kind of in that realm of Don't Blink, and it's called Was That My Life by Jody Messina. I get a new pacemaker this fall, and I seriously threaten my heart surgeon. I remind him I am young and do not need an ugly scar. He promised me he will fix mine from 10 years ago. He'll get you. He'll get you. Um, oh God, I wish I was Raymond. Confidence is a gift of aging. That is, you're right. You're right. That is the gift of aging. You just don't, you really don't give a shit about the small things as much. Yeah, I think the key to staying young is moving. I think it really is moving and not focusing on so much as the number. I still want to go to Coachella or Stagecoach. Well, go, baby. I suppose that depends on the person. My confidence still sucks, to be honest. Well, you know, Magic Star, I think there's, you know, everything is l- there's always life is always a process, right? There's always something, right? We're here to learn and grow and evolve. And so I think we're always going to struggle with something, right? Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you, babies. I've learned that age means nothing if you don't have your health. Very true. Very old saying, but so true. Love you, dear Justin. Thank you so much, Joe. I love you too, my dear. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. If you don't have your health, it's really bad. And it makes it hell of a lot harder. Oh, thank you, Magic. Music listened to is all metal except Eric's. Really? I listen to all music. Everything. What else do we got? Oh, I have 1 second. I've got Summer Wells. Hold on. Summer Wells coming up. What time does that start? They're going to Look at this. Hold on. Look what Lauren put earlier. Oh Lord. This is probably why he's out talking, guys. Two hours ago. KP said, quote, they were going through a divorce. She was taking it pretty hard. She's just waiting for CP to get arrested, end quote. Holy shit. Lauren to the pearls. Lauren to the pearls. Please come in here, Lauren. Oh, thank you again, Ginger. Thank you so much, babies. Thank you for all so much for the wishes. I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. All right, you started taking my saying, and I'm glad you did. I say that all the time. Thank you so much, Ginger. And thank you, Lady for Justice. Thank you so much. Arrested for what? Pray tell. Wonder. Yes, but they could be throwing each other under the bus. Notice how, well, listen to this. So I was told, remember the other day when I said that KK and Edgar rode in the same vehicle to the meeting for America's Most Wanted. Remember I said that? They never ride in the same vehicle. Never. But they did for this particular. And I don't, in my opinion, the person I was talking to said that day that they were going to do that interview, KK drove up Kellen just like she did the morning Sebastian went missing. She drove up and turned around. I'm wondering, and then like I guess she went to the house, and I guess Edgar got in the car and they left. It wouldn't surprise me, Judy. Wouldn't surprise me. Elisa, we got you. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, Carol, I got it. Maybe to refresh your memory of a story. I don't know, but I don't think they're together. I wonder if one of them, Justin, I bet it's something he said and she's clued onto it. The cracks are getting deep now. He is in damage control. There's something going on, I think. I don't know. I really don't know. But you just don't hear. The thing is, it's like they aren't allegedly been staying at their house for quite some time. Quite some time. She wants control now. Maybe there's an undercover. Well, like I said, I was wondering, if that is indeed true, which we don't know. I want to make that clear. But I wonder if, just a hypothesis, just speculating here. And again, this is not a fact. So those out there don't say, oh, Justin, said this. No, Justin, we're speculating here, and speculation is not a fact. Okay. But I wonder if there is a split, could law enforcement have gotten into one of their ears and, for instance, said, hey, might work a deal more with you. Yes, Lakeside. He's on YouTube looking for wife number 6. There is not enough money, anything that I would. I mean, this is the thing. This is his longest marriage he's ever been through. Longest marriage by far. Right? As to enough evidence soon because 90 days will be up. Oh, thank you, Mag. Thank you so much, Lovey. Trail Community, Sweet Remy Trail. Thank you, love. So sweet of you. Oh, thank you, Tina. So let's look at it this way. KK had 2 men in her life. Now there will be no one in her life, in my opinion. Well, this is the thing. I have heard this as well. I think not only since Sebastian has went missing and all of this has been going on, I think Edgar's family now is like, if this hadn't have happened, this is what's bringing the name down, if you will, because I think that's something that is very important to them. You know what I mean? This is interesting. Sense of Soul, 11 months, darling. Thank you. Have you ever had a friend that you couldn't rid of because they knew too much? No. Mm-mm. Nope. Why? They knew too much. No, I would be. Are you think that's happening on Edgar and KK? Is that what you mean? Cheaters cheat and cheaters get cheated on. Yep. Yep. Yes, Pale Rider. Yeah. Could they have too much dirt on each other? That's why CP didn't leave yet. I don't know. I really don't know. I think both of them are incapable of being faithful. I just think there are people out there that are just incapable of it, to be quite honest with you. And we got, what is it? So many stories with Edgar. Right? So many stories with Edgar. Even, listen to how he talked to Terry Lynn. Right? Now, she allegedly didn't like it then. Now, I don't know. Now, when it comes to KK, it seems like KK has always been rather loose, shall we say, allegedly. You know, the neighbors talk, KK. The neighbors talk. He's trying to appear calm. I don't know why, like, why is he saying completely different things now? My mom says loosey goosey. There you go. VA Dynamics, where you been? Good to see you. Hey, Vic, Groovy Gal, Betty, Drew. Hello, bonjour. I use the word calm. He's off the rails. I don't see how. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing the other day. He did say this. He said, I don't care. He's like, I want to say this, and I don't care anymore. And I'm like, I don't know. Why is he saying the second now, not the fifth? Why is he saying? I know why he's saying there's no car there, but he knows better, and he's still talking about the time for. Oh crap! Maybe I've got it pulled up here. Let me see if I've got it. I sent. Look at this, guys. I need to reschedule my thing. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Credit goes to Law Enforcement Insider. Look at this, y'all. Let's talk about these warrants.
What is the process for obtaining a geofencing warrant? Imagine a scenario where law enforcement is trying to solve a crime that occurred in a specific location. They want to gather data from mobile devices that were in that area during the time of the incident. This is where geofencing warrants come into play. The process begins when law enforcement identifies a geographical area relevant to an investigation. They must then determine the time frame during which they want to collect data. Once these parameters are established, officers prepare a warrant application. This application must include a detailed explanation of the crime being investigated and the reasons for.
Like I said last night, they don't just, stick their finger up in the air and say, oh, well, we want it because we want it. Right? A warrant application is prepared. The application is submitted to a judge or magistrate for approval. They have to state the reasons they want the data. The application outlines how mobile device data can help with the criminal investigation.
Requesting the data.
Crime. Criminal investigation, by the way.
Next, the warrant application is submitted to a judge or magistrate. The law enforcement agency must demonstrate probable cause, showing that the information sought is
This is for the geofencing warrant, right?
Likely to provide evidence related to the
Listen
crime.
to that.
Magistrate. The law enforcement agency must demonstrate probable cause, showing that the information sought is likely to provide evidence related to the crime. This involves outlining how the data from mobile devices could assist in the investigation. If the judge or magistrate is convinced by the application, they will issue the geofencing warrant. This warrant allows law enforcement to request data from technology companies that track mobile device locations. The companies will then provide information about devices that were present in the specified area during the designated time. After receiving the data,
the designated time, right? The designated time, meaning when the crime time frame could have taken place. They don't just go there and pull back a month just to pull back a month. They need the time frame, right? Now, if you say, hey, I have not been in this area the night so and so went missing, well, they're going to check that, right? And then if you were, then they're going to probably show you that. And then you say, I haven't been in here an entire month. Well, they're going to look.
law enforcement analyzes it to identify potential suspects or witnesses. This information can be crucial in piecing together the events surrounding the crime. It is important to note that the use of geofencing warrants raises privacy concerns. Courts are increasingly scrutinizing these requests to ensure they comply with legal standards and respect individuals' rights.
Yes. Yes. So, do you think that they are going to go in that neighborhood and pull geofencing for an entire month on the entire neighborhood? No. They're not going to do that. It's not the way it works, Edgar.
In conclusion, obtaining a geofencing warrant involves a series of steps that requiring careful consideration of legal requirements and privacy implications. This process is essential for law enforcement to effectively gather evidence while balancing the rights of individuals.
Apparently, Mama Bear.
You guys are going to be pleasantly surprised. So with this podcast, Dolly
That's Dolly Parton. That's the only Dolly I like, period. If you're not up to no good, it doesn't matter, in my opinion. Yeah, well, that as well. But, now, that's very interesting. Okay. So look at this. This one right here. Oh. Watch this. Security FWD. Credit goes to them. 1 second. Crap. Security FWD. I'm going to share this link provided in the description. SFWD. Check this out. Maybe he's losing it. I think he lost it years ago. Legit years ago. Not even joking. Watch this. For the first time, Google has published a number of geofence warrants it received in the U.S. authorities. Google got 20,932 demands in 3 years at the time. At times, that's about 1/4 of all U.S. demands.
Warrant
Holy shit.
With context clues, I would think it's a warrant that companies, or rather like the government, could get to gather information about like your location through some data set.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So working on context clues alone, Alex has got almost the exact definition.
I mean, I wonder if the government's getting warrants on all of our information. These secret warrants to get our information.
But yeah, so basically a geofence warrant means that, hey, we want all data about users who were in this specific area at the specific time. And that data could come from Android phones, that could come from applications that are on the phone that are feeding GPS coordinates back to someone. You know, there's lots of different apps that will request GPS access and then continually use it, whether you know it or not. So if any of those report back to Google, then you have a scenario where it's possible that authorities can just create a general area and request any data that could tie somebody to that specific place. So this was very famously used in the Capitol attack, where they wanted to figure out anybody who might have been within the building who wasn't supposed to be, and they...
What? Hobo? I have her phone. She talks about y'all. I promise to tell Justin. Is this the right Justin? What are you talking about, baby? Oh yeah, it certainly would. Oh God, sorry. Okay, I got you. Yes, how's she doing? Baby? Please tell us. She okay? I was confused. It was someone for Hobo. Hobo's daughter sending update about Hobo. Thank you. Did she give an update yet? Justin, she has her mom's phone. Yeah. Gotcha. All right, I'm going to play this.
Went ahead and used Google accounts to figure out anyone who had a Google account that was pinging their GPS location during that time that said they were in the building. And that's how a lot of people got arrested. So these sorts of warrants are really, really broad. They sweep up anybody who's in the area, whether they were doing anything wrong or not. And of course, there are ways that there can be problems or errors with this as well. So it's just worth noting that these sorts of warrants you would never really know that this had happened to you, that you've been included in a geofence warrant. You would only kind of find out like if something were to happen from it. So it apparently doesn't really take much for somebody to request one of those geofence warrants, because 8,369 of them were requested in 2019, and there were 11,554 in 2020. So like, if you want to figure out who was in an area, searching in real time is not your only option anymore. You can do, like we said, automated license plate scanners. You can also pull Google account information to figure out if anybody with an Android phone was pinging in that area at that particular time. You can go through the cell phone towers and find out if anybody was connecting to that cell tower in a regional area that wasn't usually there. It's like there's multiple different layers of intelligence that police agencies can use to try to track down someone or try to find people in a geographic area that have absolutely no warning for the people who are being surveilled. So this sort of surveillance is invisible, it's prevalent and pervasive, and like it really doesn't allow people to opt out, other than just not using these products or trying to be more aware of when your app or your phone or something else might be tracking you. So obviously these ones do require warrants. So unlike automated license plate scanners, which the databases just typically require a reason and not like a warrant, at least there's a little bit more of a barrier. But the problem here is still that there's lots and lots of these warrants out there. And a lot of people say that these are unconstitutional, mostly because they sweep up lots of people who have done absolutely nothing wrong in a surveillance dragnet and then store that information in ways that it could be used against them in the future. That's something they never consented to, and they never did anything wrong to deserve it. It's just a side effect of the way that this type of surveillance works. So yeah, people don't really like that because it means you can...
Sorry, I had to step away for 1 second. Did she... Hobo's like, Justin also has his other channel. That's a short on Remy's. Yes. Can watch my Remy. We're about to start doing lives, a lot of lives with Remy. Hang on tight. It's coming. Yes, she did, Justin. She's out of surgery, but she's in critical condition for now. She's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. She's a tough one. She's got a bunch of prayers. I just watched a true crime program, and the case was solved with license plate readers and a cell tower pings from Indiana to California. Oh, Tori, that's sweet. Yeah, I rescheduled it, but there's that. All right, guys. Let me sing happy birthday to, of course, our Ginger. And who else was it? Ginger and who else? Edgar wants to sing happy birthday. You know, don't you know? Ginger and who else? If I get a notice again, I will keep you updated. Thank you, honey. Really do appreciate you. We are praying. Happy birthday, Ginger. The world is your oyster. It's up for you to find the pearls. And you found them. We are here. How you doing? Yes, Witchy Mama's daughter. What's Witchy Mama's daughter's name? Or do we just want to call her Witchy Mama daughter? Text last night. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Oh, yes, I sure do. Guess what? Guess what? Oh, I just got a text, y'all. Just got a text. Just got a text. I never know who's watching. And the person, Callie, okay, the person that we was showing you that whoever what's her name on Facebook? I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. About Edgar and KK, possibly. This individual that knows Edgar, remember when I told you a long time ago that they were ready to split and liquefy assets? Well, they text me, I guess they're watching, and they said, do you remember I told you almost a year ago he was liquefying a lot of things? I was like, I guess they're watching me right now. You never know. You never know. Lauren's, yeah, post. Okay. Okay. So we got Ginger and Callie. Tori, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you. Callie. It was Callie, right? Ginger and Callie. Ginger and Callie. All right. Let's do it. If you received that, make sure you thank our beautiful Tori. All right, what's going on here? Okay. This is my rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President, that the late, great Marilyn Monroe sang to JFK many moons ago, just shortly before she was found dead. Sadly, JFK and Marilyn Monroe died very young. Both of them did. All right. A little. And mommy, their real estate agent got them $30,000 off the asking price. They didn't get a good deal still. I mean, they really didn't, because, I mean, just their mortgage terms. Ooh, God. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ginger and Callie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ginger and Callie. Happy birthday from all of us at the Pearl family. Clutch your pearls. Just clutch them. Clutch them in the morning, clutch them in the evening, clutch them at supper time. Okay? So there's that. Where was the other thing I was going to show?
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you so much, Zelda. 14 months? That's amazing. I haven't seen you in a while. You okay? Good to see you, babies. Justin, you are a beautiful soul. Love you. Oh, thank you, Zelda. You're amazing, honey. It's so good to see you. I do not, Sheila. I do not. Zelda's amazing. Thank you, Zelda. It's so good to see you. I love when you guys come out of the bushes. All right, guys. Happy birthday, Ginger and Kelly, Witchy Mom's daughter. Just working hard. I've been sick. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Are you okay? I'll keep you in our prayers too, darling. Justin's rendition. I want to say all your funny magic. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I'll be live here in just a little bit. Summer Wells case, we're going to talk about it. We try to talk about it every so often. I know a lot of people just forgot about the case, but I can't. And number two, Marlena, not our Marlena, but a woman named Marlena Crawford. She is very close to the Wells. Her daughter was very close with Summer. Probably Summer's best friend out of anybody like her age. This came out and said a bunch of stuff. Yeah, co-writer. Yeah. So we'll be back in just a little bit. Come and join us. It's going to get interesting. All right, guys. Much love. Really do appreciate you all so very much. We'll see you guys in a little bit. God bless. Bye-bye.